Hello. Merry Christmas. Next is the new year. Wow.
Too far ahead.
That's the next holiday. What is it they say? Christmas is for the younglings, and New Year's for mum and dad. Grown up Christmas. Grown up Christmas. I'll tell you something, the only thing I want for grown up Christmas is a lion. And I hope you're all doing very well. Thank you so much for all your help. Support this year. Getting to 800 subscribers. We still got time. Is it possible that we can squeeze those 25 subscribers, those 25 magical people? 27, is it? 27, maybe 28 people. Maybe 29 people we need till New Year's Day. It is possible. Might be able to do it. But only with your help. It is possible. And we are going to be doing Saints and Seducers. I've taken out the Seducers. Well, at least one of their camps. And we're going to make our way to the Saints, which I believe is far west. Commandeered the bow from the Seducers. $5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock, she's gone home. Where's that mission we were supposed to do with the old lady? So, I remember it was down here at the bottom, so... here we are. Fralia Greymane, in Whiterun, is convinced that her missing son, Thorald, is still alive and being held captive. She's asked me, the Dragonborn, to visit her at her home to speak privately about the matter. Shall investigate this. So if we look here, it seems as though her location is here, at House Greymane. We make our way northwest. it's the next house over, which I think could be this one, or the other one to the left. Let's have a look. Oh, it's the next one. So it's upper level House Greymane. Oh, it's on the higher levels. Okay, House Greymane. Okay, okay. No worries. House Greymane at the top. Alright. I'll make my way up the stairs. There we are. Alright. Oh yeah, the tree is growing nicely. It's growing fast. That guy's going crackers. Alright, let's see. So it's to our left. I think it's there, look. No, it's the one behind this house. Oh my goodness, it's like trying to find your marbles. That's what it is, like trying to find your own marble. Holy smokes. There we are. So it's a nice little garden. Oh yeah, House Greymane. Okay, alright. Very nice. Very nice. I don't think I've been here before in the new Whiterun. The new Whiterun retreats. So alright then. Okay, let's speak to this lady. Apparently her son is missing, and she feels he's still alive, and he's being held hostage. And the Battleborns, I believe they're called, they're being nasty about it, rubbing it in, saying that they're a treacherous family, and they don't deserve honour, and her son doesn't deserve a righteous passing to Valhalla. So we're going to go in and speak to this elderly lady as she's being pushed around, and we're going to see if we can find out if her son is still alive. I'll give my views on whether I think he is alive. I've got a jolly good feeling that he isn't, otherwise he'd be home right now. So there's only 3 outcomes I can think that's happened to him, and I'll consider them when I leave this property in the game. Cannot create no more saves for this application.
Mother, what's the meaning of this?
What?
Who have you brought into our home?
Averstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here.
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother.
I come in peace. My name is Pharaoh. I travel.
So, you're here to help?
Hello, Alverstein. Yes, absolutely. What can I do to help you find your brother?
I know that Thorold's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where.
The Imperials?
Those damned Battleborns. They know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself, so I need your help.
Ah. Right. So there's a little bit of conflict going on here. We've got families, betrayal, slander, remarks, sides taken, divided as a house. Reminds me of Game of Thrones. I think Alvelstein, or Alverstein, however you want to pronounce his name, from where you're from, I think he's so overstrucken with grief that this is their way of coping. And if I'm the mechanism to help them cope with loss, then I shall do so. I shall do so for not only all gamers out there, but I want to know what happened to this son. I want to know what happened to him. I want to know if the Imperials killed him. I want to know if the Battleborns have killed him.
Didn't mention to anyone that you saw me here.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Do you have news? Did you find something? Anything that confirms that Thorald isn't dead, but is being held captive.
Right.
I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard.
I am a bard. I can try, I can play the flute. Maybe that will work. Why do you think that the Battleborns are involved in this, Alverstein?
The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorald didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorald supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family. I'm sure of it.
Alright, so this is speculation at the moment. Alright, Alverstein, it's speculation, so you've no evidence that they are involved. You're just using the conflict of sides of the coming war between two houses as a way to elasticate and relate everything as though they're involved to establish more control and political power. And prowess and money. So I can see where he's going. He doesn't want his brother's death to go in vain. He wants someone to pay for it. He knows that someone has killed his brother. He knows his brother's dead. He doesn't want to say it in front of his mum. His mum is a strong believer. She's going to the church and she's asking for answers.
I've said too much already.
And he basically... he's doing his duty as a brother and a son. So let's see what we've got to do now. So we don't need to speak to her. We don't need to speak to her. She's fine. All we needed to do is speak to the brother. Alright, Nico. Merry Christmas, man. Didn't know you were here. It's a pleasure. Hello, my lady. Do you remember me? I'm the Khajiit in the market.
Please, anything you can do to help me find my Thorald.
I will, Fralia. I will. I'm going to find out. Why do you think that the Battleborns are involved in this, Fralia? I asked your son. He gave me his take. What do you think?
It's hardly a secret that they have ties to the Empire and hate anyone who speaks out against it. Thorald did worse. He took action against the Empire, and the Battleborns knew it.
Okay, so this has got something to do with preference. I can't see the Battleborns going through all that trouble over a preference. But then again, this is war, and all is fair in love and war, as they say. And how can you be sure that Thorold is still alive, Thalia?
He's my son. I feel it in my heart. Oh, you'd understand if you had children.
Alright, so we've got preference-based logic and we have spiritual evidence. Unfortunately, both of them don't tally up to a murder. Alright, thank you very much for your time, Thalia. Thank you very much. I'll see what I can find out.
You take care of yourself now.
Alright. Take care, sir. Alright, Janessa.
Some more jewelry, love. Some silver lockets and amulets would fetch a nice price at the stand. Wonderful, dear. Thank you.
Ah, she's got him out getting silver lockets. Alright, so for some reason I can't save this game. So what's going on? Let me see. Let me overwrite a save. I think I'm full up on my saves. Alright, now that I know that it's based on preference and spiritual beliefs, this murder that's took place, I've got a feeling that it's got something to do with theft. I've got a feeling that Thormir either witnessed a theft or knew about a theft or was involved in the thievery, and I believe that he was potentially maybe lured to his death. I don't know if he was actually killed. I think they're half right. I think he was lured somewhere. It's likely that we'll find him in a cave, or we'll find him somewhere in a dungeon, in the deepest, darkest corner, alone. That's what I think. And that's what they're detecting, that's what they're picking up on as a family. They're picking up that he's still alive, but his spirit is still wandering. His spirit is still wandering, and they can feel it. And the Battleborns, when they're near him, they're getting vibes, alarm bells, right? Because they know what's happened to him. They actually know. They're just not telling them.
Take a good look.
They're not telling them. Sorry about the blue screen, I gotta fix that. I'm gonna fix that. That's what I think.
Well, we've got the finest weapons and armor.
I think they know all about it, the Battleborns. I think they know where Thorold was killed. I think they know what happened to him, and I think they knew about it before. And those two people at the beginning of the game, when they were rubbing it in, those two are just basically a bit like eccentric. Father and son eccentric. They're just nasty. And they're not giving a good example of the Battleborns. And I believe that that's rubbed off on a lot of people. Dwarven Mace, we'll sell that. I don't know what weighs so much on my character here, but there's something they've picked up that's where that weighs a ton. Can't be anything there. It's not this.
Good doing business with you.
Alright, we can walk now. We can walk and run. So, oh, it's a nice cozy fire, look. It's the best fire in the game apart from the Blades. The Blades fireplace is epic.
Skill and care by my wife, Adrienne.
Nice warm by the fire there. Alright, let's beat it. Let's find Thorold. Oh my goodness, that's doing my head in, that blue screen thing. Alright, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Enough complaining and whining. Enough complaining and whining. Let's fix it. So, let me overwrite that. Alright. I'm tired of this. We're gonna fix it. So, menu. Quit. There we are. We're gonna fix it. Alright, it's gonna go blue screen for you guys. I do apologise. Alright, from save 4, right. Whoa, is it not letting me delete it? What? You are kidding me. You can't delete anything. You are kidding me. Oh, right. I get it. So I've got to do it in the PlayStation menu. Whoa. Far out. Oh, it's weird. So it's not like Xbox. My apologies if you're looking at a blue screen. So what you've got to do is you've got to linger over the name, and then you press square over the name, and then you select the files that you wish to delete. So that is so long-winded. That's gonna take forever. Oh, I can't do that to you guys. So I've got to turn off autosave then. That's a fix. Alright, autosave turned off. No worries. Right. I will do that for you guys. I will. You know what, I've got some chocolate Maltesers, packet of crisps. I don't think I've got a can of pop though.
What the?
Alright, so settings, gameplay. Alright, I think this is it. think that's fixed it. I cannot create more. Whoa. Weird, right? Let's try that again. Alright. Sorry to be, see what it does.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Ah. Is it stopped? Nice. Alright then. Whoa. Very gloomy. Alright, so it's 6:30. It's a bit late to go travelling in the forests, so maybe we could get rest. Find evidence. So what evidence are we finding then? What's this? House of Clan Battleborn. Find evidence that of Thorold's fate. Alright then. So we've still got investigating to do. Still got a mission. So let's head north. Trying to think what Thorold would have been doing. He's got a brother, a mother back home in a beautiful city, to his knowledge, with 2 families that were getting along at the time. Why would someone put themselves at risk like that when you've got so much to lose? He must have had, like, maybe some kind of mental, like, trauma, you know, being in Skyrim, like such a dark, cold, horrific place, you know, with a tundra and giants and monsters and dragons. It, you know, someone could snap, right? Like someone like that who believes in stormcloaks and then gets wound up so much, and they're so young, and they get possibly a love affair somewhere. Jealousy maybe might be involved. I need evidence. I want facts. I want facts, and I want evidence, and I want to know why they did it. I want to know why they do that to a young man who's just going out doing his duty for what he believes in. There's got to be something underlying here. There's something personal and something deep and dark that exists between the families, not of the families, but something in between them that's dark, and someone that's spinning off the two against each other. There's a little finger, or a worm tongue, or like a snake involved here. There's a snake. There's a snake. There's a worm. And there's deception. Alright, so it's behind us. Alright. It's getting dark. I dig it. Well, a detective needs a torch, so... straight ahead, right? Is that right? Yep. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, nice little place. Got a bench in the back garden. They've got their family members that have passed away.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
Hey sweetie, you wanna go hunting? I go fishing with you. I go fishing. Go fishing with you. Let's see, they've got a bench, they've got gravestones, they've got nightshade. Sure, it's nightshade. It's a deadly flower. Alright, so they've got deadly flowers, gravestones, benches. Maybe something to do with some kind of cult. Oh yeah, by the toilet. So, I suppose not too bad. Apparently it's on the other side. Whoa. Green water. Okay. Alright, so they've got a chimney, some benches. Alright, I dig it. I dig it. Ah. Speech, health, pricing. Anything else that increases my speech? My friend invited me to a party. You know, he invites me to parties and sends me loads of messages, right? So I'm like, okay, so I join party and I'm like, hey man, he's like 5-10 minutes later, he's like, I've got to go, Ghost. I've got to make some parsnips, so I've got to make a thing. I'll be back in. I'm like, okay, so then go back and talk, and it's like another 10-20 minutes. He's like, I've got to go. It's like, this is so weird. And it's weird. Don't know if he's going through something right now. But I'm pretty tired, you know, and people sending me invites and messages all the time. Like I like to stream to speak to my audience or my viewers later on. Like, some people watch it later. Like, not everyone does. Maybe one person might do, or two, either way. Someone might watch 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you know, whatever. But like, I get distracted. You know, I don't mind Christmas and moments like with my friends. You know, but like, it's like,
Lost?
I mean no harm. I represent no houses, I'm a member of the... how can I say... well, an immigrant. An immigrant into Skyrim, so... apparently it's someone to the left. Yes, I'm a cat. A giant cat. I don't mean to pry. Oh dear.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
No, it's not. Having trouble?
Yes. Braith bullies me all the time. All the elders think I'm a milk drinker because I can't fight. Nobody understands. If you can get Braith to leave me alone, I'll be your best friend. Forever. I'll pay you too. My whole life savings. 2 septims.
You should not speak to strangers, especially ones
Alright then.
who are lingering in House Battleborn to find evidence, to find a convicted killer. Alright, can we not just speak to someone and convince them to show us the stuff? Can I talk to somebody?
Greymane or Battleborn?
What?
Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn?
Neither. I don't know what you're asking.
New in town, huh? Whiterun's got 2 clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn?
I'm not picking sides. Either laugh.
Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side.
Hey, Metro.
He fought on the wrong side, and he paid for it. That's all I have to say. Haven't you heard it by now? He made the mistake of supporting the Stormcloaks, and it cost him. Bitter news for his family, but a fate they should have expected. Long live the Empire.
You're stubborn. You're holding something back. I don't know what it is, but you are. Can you help?
This war's as stupid as our feud with Clan Greymane.
I take that as a no. Alright, so we've got to find a book or a diary. I don't think this big lump of cheese is the answer to the murder I don't think it's this big lump of cheese, guys. Or this apple pie. Don't think it is as delicious as it looks. Why is this kid following us everywhere?
My friend Alava, the seer, she says things will get better for me once I start sticking up for myself.
Oh. Alright, so there's nothing upstairs. It's in that room that's locked. The secret is in that room that's locked. And in Oblivion, you had a spell that unlocked doors. It was an alteration spell. I don't know why they removed that, but they did.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well.
I don't give a toss, Alfred. What I do give a toss about is a murder. Do you know what happened to Thorold Greymane?
What's there to say? You go against the Empire, you wind up dead. Thorold got what was coming to him. Best not to ask too many questions about it. People might get the wrong idea about you.
I'll ask whatever I want at any given time, Alfred.
You watch yourself out there.
Not only will I watch myself, but I will also listen to myself. Alright, who's next to get a tongue lashing? Weird. Ah.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
So what you've got to do is confuse the AI. We're not trespassing. For some reason. I'm not trespassing, which is weird. So this youngster only goes wild when you're in that room.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it right.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
So, what book should I read to you tonight?
How about the lusty Argonian maid?
The lusty Argonian maid, eh?
Mother?
You've got no sense of humor. You know that? Why don't you pick up where you left off with the real barn find?
Alright, so we made it. Oh dear, wrong button. Alright, what am I looking for? There we are, I think I found it. It has come to my attention that inquiries have been made as to the whereabouts of one Thorald Greymane. It is my duty to inform you that Thalmor agents have taken possession of the prisoner and have escorted him to Northwatch Keep. Ooh, I don't think I need to elaborate. It is in everyone's best interest if the matter is dropped entirely. I trust there will be no further inquiries as to this matter. Gen Tullius. General Tullius? Did it himself? Oof. Ah, well. I didn't open that. Oh my god, it was the kid. That was weird. Alright, we got what we came for. Enjoy dinner. Right, I knew they had nothing to do with it. So it was Thalmor agents that killed him. Thalmor agents took advantage of this and made an example of a Nord. They would have tortured him. Wow. What in the Lord's name is going on in the sky? They you know what I think the Thalmor have done with him? They basically tortured that guy. Look at this sky. What? Is it the sequin? What's that Daedric goddess called? Here's seen. Here's seen. Right? Here's seen. Is it her cycle? Blood red. Alright, either way, we need a drink. So we're gonna go get a drink at the... Is it the Winking Skeever? I know the Bee and Barb is Riften, right? I'm sure this is the Winking Skeever. Let's go in there for a drink. It's very dull in the Winking Skeever. I like it to have more lights. But it doesn't. Not as good as some PC builds, but you know what I'm saying?
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. Sadia, wake up, dear. Yes, Mum. You want a drink? Now, please, no more questions.
Oh, Janessa though, I can't forget about Janessa. She always feels out of place.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
Me too.
Bye.
Oh, Sadia.
What?
Yes, Mum?
What?
Just a reminder, sweetie. The blankets still need to be washed.
Will do.
Certainly, Mum.
That it?
Ah. So General Tullius did an actual letter.
Drink to our youth, today's coming gone. The age of aggression is just about done.
But I'm glad we got a table.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings.
Belly full of ale.
Your death we will drink and we'll sing. Children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. When Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Wow, some of them videos that you see are just absolute. It's just pure deception, isn't it? Hope everyone's doing okay though. Doing grand. As they say, doing grand. So glad I found my colour pencils though. So made up. Oh yeah, you're watching the channel, are you? Still shy? Yeah. to believe that this is what drinking in a bar actually involves. Right? Like crazy. Sitting down, drinking and talking to people, that's basically what we did. That's how we passed the nights. People used to get into fights and everything. They did. People used to be squaring up with each other and everything. You had like these people who used to wear t-shirts and jeans. Like denim jackets and that. It's like waltzing and gate crash the place, you know.
There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red, who came riding to Whiterun from Old Warwickstead.
And like where bouncers could just do whatever they wanted. Like kick the living daylights out of someone. Like the amount of bouncers that got jumped and got targeted because of the position while they used to.
Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. So then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart King Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Like back then, bouncers didn't need a pass or a license. You could just basically hire whoever you wanted. A thug. You could hire a thug. You know, someone with like, and it used to be like everyone making a big deal about it. You know what I mean? Like nightclubs and paying get in and people like getting in fights and all thinking that, oh, I don't know what words to explain it. Weird rights, weird times. That's all I can say is weird. And it always started over like, you know, like a game of pool. Or someone getting a pint or something. Like a drink. Like, it always started with something silly. It was never anything like there was a big deal between people in a public house. It was always something ridiculous. You know? It's packed tonight in the Winking Skeever. But yeah, bouncers back then, in the 90s, I'd say even the early millennium as well. Absolute nightmare. I swear. I swear. Absolute nightmare. They would like literally throw you out of a club because you were a really nice looking girl. You basically, they knew, them bouncers knew, right, that that girl you were with was in that club like to be with her friends and have a good time and dance. And what they used to do is the bouncers, like, they used to throw you out so she'd choose the club and her mates over you. That's what they used to do back then. They used to do that. And what it would do is that the guy who was getting thrown out would know what they were doing. So they'd throw that guy out knowing he was out with that girl that night just to stop him having a good time. That is what it was like. If you ever hear tales of the good old days, I don't think that's how it works. It was all about control and money and power. And for some reason, being a bouncer back then was a real big deal. When now, no one cares. Now nobody cares.
You want another one of those?
Like back then, they used to flatten you. They used to flatten you. Back then, they didn't even think to come over and talk to you. Back then, they just went over to you and they just cracked you on. Bouncers back then, and they know it. I remember it. And they used to crack you right in the face if they didn't like you, or if they, like, you know, anything. It was just the weird chemistry. And like when you're going in nightclubs back then and someone was like 18, 19, oh God help him. People were just animals. They were animals. I'm not messing. Absolute animals. And people always getting engaged. There was always an engagement party. You know what I mean? Like there was always some madness.
Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Like me looking back, I think it had something to do with money. Hey King, yo, I might sell. You gonna sell your collection? Whoa, man. That's very deep, King. I'm more or less talking about nightclubs back in the 90s. I'm talking about like in bouncers and the early millennium. Now people were treated. That's what I'm talking about. But I hope you're okay, King. Hope you're alright, man. But yeah, there's crazy times. It was crazy times, and like people would like. I remember you go to an engagement parties all the time. People were getting engaged all the time, right? You were never really invited to the weddings. It was very rare. You kind of like got invited to the christenings when they got married and had kids. You kind of like found out later. You know, but they normally had engagements, and what would happen is you'd sit down there, and at the end of the night the couple would get up with a microphone and they'd thank everyone for showing up, and they'd be like, you know what I mean, like there's a date, and they'd tell everyone the date. They'd be like, yeah, we're getting married in September of, like, I don't know, 2005, and everyone would stand up and start clapping. I'm like, yeah, well, oh, it's and people would shout, are there any babies? Hey, are there any babies? And they'd be shouting like this, and like, and everyone's like, and they're all laughing and stuff, like, oh, no, not yet, we're focusing on ourselves. We're focusing on ourselves for now. Next thing is 3 weeks later, she's pregnant. 3 weeks later, she's pregnant. Oh no, they're not getting married in the September. They're getting married in the June, because the baby's due in the September now. The baby's due in the September. It's no longer a marriage in the September. The baby's due in September now. So they're already within having that party. to then having a week or something, they've already got pregnant, right? So like now, it's like you can't really have Facebook back then. So people didn't really put posts up about, oh, the date. Like, you had to have another party. So then what happened was you got an invitation to another party, which was about everyone telling you about the change of the baby and the part and the wedding now. So now everyone's got to go back. So we just had a party the other week about their engagement. Now we got to go back again and listen to more of this. Seriously, and this is what life was before Facebook and all that. That's what you did, and you couldn't get out of it. You couldn't like stand up and say, "I'm not coming." Oh, you had to come because most likely he was paying your wages because everyone worked with everyone. Everyone got each other jobs, and that's what it was all about. That's what I think it was all about back then. It was all about jobs, money, and entitlements. Hey King. Yo. You sick of your man, Daz? Wah wah wah. Well, I wouldn't be. Hey man. I'm more or less talking about how people were treated in the UK in the 1990s when they went to a nightclub. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where you're coming out with that there about that stuff, man, but that is what people did back then. And people did. Like, people did. For some reason. People did. And they did it without question. They did it without question. Yeah, they did it without question. And then what would happen is everyone would arrange gatherings and parties around other people's gatherings and parties. So someone would say, oh, we've got something on the 29th, and they'd say, oh, well, we'll do this then on the 10th. Like, everyone was just fighting over dates. It was so weird, it was so strange. And like, everyone was always in your face. Right, everyone was always in your face, right? So it's not as if you could get out of people's faces. People were always in yours. And there wasn't much you could do about it. But thank you to anyone who's watching. Do appreciate it. Yep, so let's just say that those days back then were kinda different. Yeah, it's kind of a bit weird, those messages though. Bit weird. So. What are you writing on my channel? Clear these comments off. What in the Lord's name are you writing? Get off. What? Shit, what's all this negative madness from you? Clear off. Come on my channel and vomit cack like that. Issues with your parents, then go and speak to them then. Don't talk to me about it. Don't put comments on my channel about your problems at home. Clear off. Don't put bizarre statements and terminology on my channel trying to make out that it has some relation to your problems. You're an absolute plonker. Won't put any comments like that again. It's weird and it's disturbing and it's strange that you put madness like that on my channel. I didn't even notice it because the screen's so dark. Why would you put gross stuff like that on a Skyrim stream? Walking around Skyrim in the forests in the snow, come up with cack like that on my channel. My goodness, people are bored. It's only been 2 days. It's been 2.5 days since Christmas and people are already feeling the boredom. It's already kicking in already. The high is over. People want results. Well, I don't know why. All I can say is that some people are just weird and putting trash on my channel like that. One more comment on my channel from that putrid individual and I'm going to remove him. Absolute bonkers. Looks like the two people are interlacing between seats. And it's still a packed house, even at 20 past 11 at night. The winking skeever is booming. Absolutely booming. Got someone serving drinks. To be honest with you, it's still early. It's only 20 past 9. Do you have a bottle of pop in the fridge though? That and some chocolate, some crisps. So at least that's something. I wouldn't mind another cup of coffee though. I really wouldn't mind a cup of coffee. Guess what, guys? If you had a choice to live in this beautiful map, as big as it is, where would you live? Where would you live? Huh? It's the only map I know that's diagonal. It's the only map I know that goes on a diagonal look. Corner to corner look. You can tell that all this was supposed to be filled in with stuff, but they just removed it the last second. I know where I'd live. And you'd think, looking at it, that Solitude was more north than Markarth, but it's not actually. It's actually way up there, isn't it? Like, look at that. It's like more east than anything, with a touch north, look. Look at that. It's right up east. And for some reason, Solitude sits on a place that doesn't have snow. It's this one little part here by the ocean with a warm air It's just warm enough not to snow. It's very strange, but yet just a little bit north there, it's just blizzards. It's very weird. I wonder that's why they built it there, I suppose. You got this odd place called Morthal, and then there's a higher marsh, which I think is somewhere... Where was it now, higher marsh? Is it somewhere up here? Somewhere, I don't know, it's somewhere. But, wicked map. Wicked. Oh, we can level up. I know I did. Was it Magica last time? I think it was. Really, it should be stamina we should do, but I need that little bit of magic. I need 150 magic at least. At least. We're a healer, so you know. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, all right. In time, in time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 50% more. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Seems cool. Seems cool. What's that? All spells are more effective against the undead. Alright, fair enough. So restoration is something to do with the undead. Oh yeah. Wards, now they are very difficult to use, right? They're so weird, right? Like, to use a ward, you've got to be a spell sword. You've got to be a spell sword. There's no point being a ward if you're using a bow and arrow. That is pure spell sword weaponry. There's no point even using that. Although it is something to use as a perk to complete the set, so it is what it is. Alright, let me get a drink. Be a minute.
What can I get you? Let's sate that appetite, Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Thank you.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Thank you, I will. Thank you very much. Alright, looks like we need to speak to the elderly lady. And explains that it's the elderly lady that we found that letter.
Blacksmith in Skyrim.
Looks like it's a beautiful morning, so
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
it's like everything's so vibrant.
Trinkets for your good lady, all crafted by the great Eorland Greymane himself.
So I've got to go back and show the brother. Alright, can't go back there yet though. Right, I can't go back there yet though. For some reason. Looks like we gotta wait for the laws of Todd Howard. I know you guys will appreciate this. Alright. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the 60 frames while it lasts. It's This is actually quite a beautiful spot. It's beautiful. Just like you. Just like you. Tastes nice as well. Look at the Dragon's Reach, as it was called, right? I was going to call it White Reach. It's called Dragon Reach, right? The keep, the hold. And you see it there, just immersed between the trees. What I like about mods as well, they put stuff that's already there. They don't complicate things, they just improve things with what's already there. And that's what I like. can't beat a painting. Imagine this but Oblivion. That's coming next year apparently. I told you guys, if anyone's watching, they'd do an Oblivion remake. Said that to you, it was that good. Oblivion, I remember playing it. There was an ability called Walking on Water. The only thing that they missed out in that game that I really wanted, and I think it was removed, it was called Spider Climb. It enabled you to climb up walls like a spider. When you were a vampire. But for some reason, the breed of vampire that can do that doesn't exist in Cyrodiil. Or Tamriel, I think it's Cyrodiil. It's called Cyrodiil, right? Like, that vampire, the vampires in Skyrim don't exist in Cyrodiil, and the vampires in Cyrodiil don't exist in Skyrim. The vampires in Skyrim are more... Well, they've got an actual king. The lure is in Skyrim. The vampire lure is literally sitting underground in Skyrim. The main keep. The vampire keep. Where in Cyrodiil there isn't one. There isn't a main vampire king. They're all running off orders from a vampire keep that's unknown in Cyrodiil. Like you don't know where it is as a player. Nobody does. The closest thing you have to the vampire hold in Cyrodiil is Skingrad, and that's the Jarl of Skingrad. He's a vampire, and he's the closest thing to a leader of vampires. And you know what the skill of a vampire in Cyrodiil is? Do you want to know what the main power, like, you know, like every vampire has a power? Well, you know what the main power of a vampire in Cyrodiil? They can give the illusion that they look human. That's it. They can actually pass as real people. So you'd like walk past one in the street at night and you wouldn't know that if it's a vampire or not, even though the thing is walking around with fangs. You can't see the vampire in it. It's invisible to a human. The only way a vampire becomes visible to the human eyes is when you become full-on demonic like undead. Like when you're literally dead. Like you're beyond undead. You're dead. You know, undeaded. Only then in Cyrodiil, and they call you a, like, they actually have certain scripts for what they call you, and some call you like you know, a mistake of nature, a threat to nature. Some have real wild scripts. And there's a Dark Brotherhood settlement in the Great Forest in Cyrodiil. So it looks like a church. And you go in there and it just looks so creepy. Like, but the fact you'd be walking for about 25 minutes in the forest, that's how big it is. I should play it actually, it's really nice. And you come across like stuff like that. And it is actually a really good game. Let's do a sound test. Let's have a look. Sound test. Oh yeah. Let's have a look. Testing. Bit tinny. Alright. Alright. Are they up at 8? No, they're not up at 8 o'clock. Well, what time do these get up? These Battleborns. I think I've got to go back at night, right? Alright then, well either way, right? Let's see. So, we look here. We look here. Deliver the proof. So we can't deliver that yet. Right, we know where the brother is. Excuse me. Alright, enough of this. Enough of this. Let's go and get Janessa. She's in the pub. She's been in there all night, by the looks of things, drinking. Look at that sky, how beautiful that is. Skyrim sky. Do you ever think that Whiterun would look so beautiful, right guys? Huh? Excuse me. Oh, wrong way. Every time I have them crisps, every time. Alright, let's get rid of these things. There we go. Can you believe, right? I don't know if anyone's watching right now, but everywhere on this map, right, that has been, like, located, like, everywhere I've been, right, I've not explored this valley, this region yet. I've not done it yet. But everywhere I've gone, from what I've explored to whatever time I've had to do it, I've walked everywhere. So everywhere that I've gone to here on this screen has been walked to. Everyone on the channel will vouch for it. Everyone will tell you that I've walked everywhere. Everywhere that is been found, searched, even these places that I've found, I've actually gone inside a few of them and actually cleared them. I've actually gone in and adventured inside these massive dungeons, as well as found them and walked through them. Like, you're literally talking hours here, hours and hours that I've spent, like, finding these places. Like, and I've done it all on stream. There's not been one game I've played without streaming on Skyrim. It's all been on screen. So I have got 2 characters, so I'm going to split up the playlists. It's only right. Each character gets their own story. But everywhere, everything I've found, everything I've done, everything, you know, has all been cross country. It's all been walking.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Need something? I am the shadow at your back.
bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
I've forgotten how beautiful Whiterun actually is, especially when it's been changed a little bit. It's strange how trees make a difference in a city like this. It makes it look bigger actually, even though it's really small. Whiterun, it is really small, and it shouldn't be, you know. There should be buildings stretched vast into the distance. But I can see with the limitations at the time in 2007. Well, it took 5 years to make Skyrim, didn't it? It took 5 years, so 11 should have been 2006, right? They started making it, so I suppose in 2006 this was huge. This town, the city was huge. Alright, what's she got on her?
Need something? If that is what you wish.
Dwarven shield. Hide armor. An orcish bow. Staff of the familiar. And she's carrying a lot of stuff, right? Like, look at this. We could sell these. I mean, you get about 20 pieces of leather for that. Probably make about like how many bits of leather armor can we make with that? I think we should completely sell all our belts. I think we should. I got it. There we go. Alright. Ooh, 60 frames. Ooh. Good. Whoa, like 20 pieces of leather. Wow. Whoa. Alright. It's like an extra 20 gold. I suppose so. Everywhere's closed. I mean, it's Friday. I suppose everyone's asleep. Even the blacksmith's not up. Even she can't be bothered getting up on a Friday. Even she's not interested. Even she's like, I bet they're just basically all loved up. In the love shack. In the love forge. Upstairs. No doubt. Might treat myself to a coffee pitcher. I can't believe it, Janessa. She's not even up. They're not even up ready for trade. Wow, I can upgrade it. Wow, a quicksilver ingot. Alright. Wow. Upgrade the silver sword. The dark bow, eh? Quicksilver. I mean, it's very rare you can come across quicksilver. So I don't know. I mean, should I? Should I upgrade it? I mean, it's powerful, right? Look at that. It's powerful. I'm gonna do it. Alright, lass.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Look at that natural light on you. It looks really cool.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Are you wearing war paint? Are you wearing war paint? And you're a blacksmith? You're crazy. You're crazy. You're like wild. You're wild, woman. You're wild. Alright, let's have a look here. Please take a look at my superior leather armor worth 66 gold. Which is like what? 248 gold pieces? Hang on, no it won't be. It'll be 6, 12, 8 and 24, 240. 260, 6, 12, 8 and 2, yeah. 264 gold. Nice. All right. Selling her own shield back to her. We're selling your shield back to you, Adriana. Selling it back. See, so what we got here? Dwarven bolts, elven arrows, orax, the sword and the axe are pretty level. Alright, I'm happy with this.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that burnt orange. It's so cool. These graphics are so epic. The only place you can get 60 frames a second is in the corner of Whiterun. It's the only place that's viable. It's the only place that's in essence 60 frames per second in this corner. And I know if any of you lady viewers are watching, you appreciate these flowers. I know you do, because I do a lot of drawings and paintings and colourings of flowers, and believe me, they are the reason why I can draw flowers, because they're the hardest things to draw. that is Skyrim. Natural workstation, 'cause that's what it is, it's a workstation. And it's probably one of the best workstations, because you've got everything. Got everything you need in one little space. Everything that involves creating something is right here. So... it's a crisp day, winter is coming, you can tell.
Don't fancy those clunky two-handed weapons.
No, I've got... nothing. Arm ourselves with our axe. That's all we need. That's all we need is our axe. We don't need anything else. Hey Braden. It's a lovely name. Pleasure to meet you, Braden. Dang, bro. Mind telling me what lighting mod you use? It's so crisp. Why, thank you, Braden. I am using a particular EMB. I'm using a unique combination and load order of EMBs to make it like that. I'm using multiple weather mods, multiple shadow mods, and fog, and believe it or not, right? I don't know if I'm waffling on a bit here, so I do apologise. I am a YouTuber, so it's what I do. You know your torch? Do you know that a torch is a weather mod? You know your torch? You know, the thing is weather, right? Like rain or thunder, right? And that's how I did it. That's the only way I learned how to do it, is with torches, right? The only thing is, you know, when I'm indoors, right? When I'm indoors, it's not as crisp. Like, it's okay, Braden. Like, it is alright, but it's not as nice as outside. So I can either have it one or the other. I can either have a really nice outside, Braden, or I can have a really nice inside. Like, I can't have both, if that makes sense. Yeah, Braden, it is. Perhaps it's due to shaders and shadows effects. Potentially. Yeah, it does make sense. I have to sacrifice indoors. I was able to kind of get the right colour for insectoids. And you know flowers, right? You know your flowers and stuff and your herbs that you find. You know that texture, that same texture as insects. So, like, you can get different coloured, like, you know, different coloured herbs and stuff. Like, you can make them more vibrant, right? Like, there are options out there, you'll find them, you know what I'm talking about. And you've got to find the right ones that are compatible with what you're looking for. So, when I found out how the herbs were more crisp, I learned that would happen with the wings on insects, right, and stuff. So whenever you come across any insects here on this or flowers, they glisten. They glisten. But we are coming into winter, so I've set the light levels like winter and spring and summer. Everything will match the vibe, you know, everything will match the vibe. So this is basically the most vibrant, colourful month is September, because it's autumn, or at least the beginning of autumn. But thank you for recognising my efforts on the PlayStation, considering how PC wipes the floor with it. But for what I've got, and for what this is, I think it looks pretty sweet, man. I like the fact that I'm a Khajiit. Well, thank you. It's alright, right, for what we've got. I mean, when the fog clears, it's really nice. Like, really nice. I promise. Like, I mean, even that now, the haze does look pretty spectacular, and believe me, it's quite early at the moment. When it gets to about 12 o'clock, you'll see. But all of this is all being done deliberately. Like, nothing here is by chance. Everything has been done deliberately, and I've done my best to keep it this way. And you know what, I did something with a mod. I didn't like it. I took it off and it changed the entire water. I can't really explain whether it's good or bad. All I can say is that it changed something, and all I did was remove one tiny mod that was like 2 kilobytes or something, and it messed up the whole. That's how important each mod was to me. So enjoy the ASMR, enjoy the chill out walk, because that's what we do here on Skyrim on the channel. This is what we do. Hey Braden, your voice is super calming, like ASMR. Well, thank you. That has been said to me before. Skyrim looking like Liverpool yesterday. Hey Kaden, I wonder what comment that was. Fluffy. It is fluffy, Braden. It is fluffy. How you doing, Kaden? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Alright, Rasad isn't here. His tent's here though. He's left his tent. Normally they pack up and leave, so he's obviously using the bathroom or something. They've probably gone in the woods. The Khajiits, they've gone in the woods to mark territory. Your uncle? Ah, right. Is that what you meant the other day when you were a bit upset? Should have said, like, it's alright, man. You wouldn't have ruined Christmas, lad. You were upset, man. It happens when you're upset. Gonna look for the Saints. That's what we're looking for, the Saints. Look at that, no wildlife. That is it. That means there's something creepy around. If there's no wildlife, no birds. I can hear, oh, you can hear the odd twerp. You guys will love this world. You'll love this world. It's beautiful. God, is that 22 comments? Is that 2 little ducks? Yeah, give me a sec. Hey Braden, your audio quality is crisp too. Well, thank you, Braden. Your typing keyboard technique is very accurate. Your punctuation is very good. And your grammar is well spelt. No shortcuts from you. The keyboard is an honourable application. Hold on. Merry Christmas, guys. This is Skyrim's version of Merry Christmas. Two more. Doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle. One more. Yeah, keyboard warriors. You alright though, Kaden? Ah, sugar. Oh. I guess he went off. Upset, I suppose. Welcome to a world of cold and wind, of rain, sleet and snow, darkness and terror, creatures in the dark, assassins lurking in the shadows, invisible to the naked eye. And here we walk in a Hammerfell garb, as a Khajiit with many piercings and a mohawk, wielding a steel war axe, from which we pillaged and found from a fallen Stormcloak at the very beginning of the game. We have carried the steel war axe with us since the beginning, and this is our signature weapon. It's kind of like, you know, the style of the Khajiit, you know, and when sees fit, the Khajiit will wield a silver sword, and the silver sword is quite unique. I don't know what it is. It's on the other side. There we are. The silver sword, ideal for undead takedowns. So this thing slices through werewolf clans and dices through vampires. It takes their head clean off like a lightsaber. Literally, when this thing touches the flesh of a vampire, it hurts. And one day we might get a blessing where it might wield fire. I was thinking of hopefully one day it will wield fire, and it will burn its targets as well as slice them. We've also got a bow. Our Khajiit is an archer. Quite a talented archer. I don't know what arrows they are, but I think we do have dark arrows. We do. Matching dark arrows. But yes, we're able to zoom in now with the bow. Get a little bit of a scope there. Like birds in the distance. But this bow has a bit more draw. Has a tad more draw and a bit more strength than the bow. So I'm glad that we found the dart bow. There was only one of them there. It's not like there was about 5 of them. Like literally there was one bow out of an entire camp. There we are on the right track, look. I knew we was. We've got to stick close to the mountain face here, because even though it looks quite far away, the top, how epic that looks. I bet that looks so cool on mobile. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks very hazy. Looks so hazy. Alright, so we got some wolves over here. So what we'll do is we can take these out from a distance. So I do like alright, let's test this bow out. Too high. There we go. So it's got a lot of strength behind it, right? It's got a lot of strength. Oh dear, wrong button. So it is pretty... Got the other one. Yep. Bouncer. Adriel, I need you to go out and find the missing pit wolves before the next tournament. We lost too many during the last fights. We won't be able to train new ones in time. Find them and bring them back to Crag's Lane at once. Well, I've just finished them off. Are you telling me that, the pit wolves were non-hostile? Find out. Doesn't tell you much about them. Just goes on about how to cure werewolf disease. Didn't know you could tame a wolf in Skyrim. Alright, so a pit wolf, right? So level 2, health of 22. So pit wolves are wolves which have been captured and kept for use as either guard animals or arena fighting. literally doesn't say anything else in the fandom. Just a lot of people talking, a lot of madness. People have been trying to tame them. Tamed wolves. Where is the sense in tamed wolves? Oh, we got a subscriber. Wicked. We got a subscriber. That is so cool that we got a subscriber. I'm so chuffed. Alright, I looked up pit wolves. It looks like they're nothing special. They do attack you. The only thing is they're from an encounter-based result. So instead of them in the wild, howling on a rock, these are actually tagged to this bandit who is here to bring them back to Crag's something or other. And oh, it's crisp. Oh, look at that frost coming in. Ooh. Frostfall is coming, guys. It is coming in a few days. What? We've got 4 more days, maybe 5. The grass may change in colour. I don't know. It might do. I don't think so, but this ground is difficult to trudge. It's difficult to walk on. I need new boots. What boots do I have at the moment? What am I wielding? Merchant boots. Well, they're not too bad. Maybe fur boots. Oh yeah, it's a bit better. Alright, okay. Fur boots are better. Without a doubt. Look at that distant land. Look at those mountains in the distance. I wonder what lies beyond those mountains. I'm interested to know. Hear the crunchy soil, can you hear it? The crunchy crunch, because it's frosty and cold. Let's get out the map. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Might start snowing. It's trying to snow, so it is trying. It probably will. Might be a little bit too warm for it to snow, but it's definitely going to. Janessa there been a good help. She has been such a great help. You know, like from when I'm like a low level, like until I'm about level 20 or something, I think she'll be my... I normally have Janessa until I'm about level 20. She's pretty cool up until that point, and then she just gets killed in 1 hit. After that, I think she starts... Janessa, you're a star. Look at you, two-handed now? What's going on? Isn't that like the blade we used to get the sap from that tree? Where you got that for?
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm good, if that is what you wish.
What are you wielding? Oh, it's a dark dagger. Wow. Alright then. She means business. She means business. And an orcish sword. Wow.
Lead on then.
They came from the back, so they're just normal wolves. They're not even pit wolves, they're just wolves. Can't forget the two little ducks. Who is this?
I'd stay away if I were you. I'm on my way to a giant camp, and I can't guarantee those beasts won't think you're part of the offering. Keep your distance, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about. The cow, of course. Others do it differently. But I found that an annual offering usually keeps the giants away from our livestock. Some think it's superstition, but I believe it works. I've yet to have a giant kill any of my livestock. It's tradition. We mark the animal as a way to let the giants know we're giving it to them willingly. Sort of a peace offering. I have everything under control. Thanks for offering. Thanks. You take care of yourself now.
You take care now. God bless you, Cal. It's gonna be someone's dinner tonight. Very foggy. We make our way to the Saints camp. These are powerful warriors, and I don't think I'm going to do it in one go. This freezing fog is not going away. It's here to stay. That chill coming. The frostfall, it's coming. No, is that an eagle? Is that Zeus? Is that circling us? That was so circling us. I'm into all that spirit stuff and eagles, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a big believer that the eagle is like it's like the lion of the skies. You know what I mean? Like you've seen the size of those eagles. You've seen the size of them. I've seen a baby one, like a young one, like a young eagle. That thing was big. Like, even the guy who was training it said it's not its full size. He says when it is, it won't be allowed to do shows. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be kept in captivity. But because it was small for its breed at the time, it could be on show. And if there's one thing that I found that was beautiful once in the park when I went there, totally unexpected, was an owl show. It was all about owls, and I was blown away by how beautiful these owls were. Like I was blown away. I was just like, it's not possible. It's not possible that these are owls right now. They were owls, alright. They were owls. No, but look at the depth on those mountains. Look at the depth. Look at the depth of this game here. Look at the depth. Lots of depth. Look at the field. Look at that. Look how far away it looks. Look how much it stretches. Look how vast it looks. Look how alive it looks. This game's over 10 years old. Look how beautiful that looks. All using the stuff that's already in the game, that's already there, there's nothing added. You can see how the fog is slightly clearing. Just that little bit. Little tiny bit there. You know. Like on my TV, it looks so vibrant. I don't know how YouTube does it for you guys, but on my TV it looks absolutely splendid. It looks Olympian. It looks demigod potential. You can see the sharpness and the vibrance of the peaks, just as it would. I think it goes a bit chalky, probably on mobile. I think it goes a bit chalky. I don't think the screens can do the graphical gaming stuff, but it might look rather chalky at the minute on mobile, but on my TV now it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a little bit chalky. It doesn't look too bad on mobile. Doesn't look too bad. Oh, but if it's on TV, direct from the console, wow. But it still looks pretty good, even on mobile. It does. I'm looking at it now. It looks pretty cool. Does look pretty cool. Oh, it's the Bannered Mare. That's what the pub is called. What's its name? Ow. Sleep in my eye. Ah. What's wrong with this picture? Still in good working order. Well, that's what we've got, Terry's. Also, it's not Maltesers, it's Terry's. Fair enough. Don't mind orange chocolate. What do you think? They're wearing golden armour. I am wearing a Hammerfell garb. Do you think we can take them? They have golden blades. I've got a steel Nord axe. My trusty axe. I've had this since the beginning. Excuse me. Excuse me. Will you stop hurting Rashad? And all the other Khajiit that are walking the roads, please. I know that you're a well-armed, organised militia who are basically roaming the grounds of Skyrim in search for more minerals to make more of your fabulous armour and its wares, while you make a good Sunday roast in the process. Can you please leave? Skyrim, please. Can you please leave the borders? Like, actually shift your backside off the map completely. We all know what the answer to that question would be, right? So we've got no choice. They're killing people on the road. They're taking the money from hard working merchants and people and travellers and adventurers. And they're taking all of their wares and cash to buy gold to make this armour and blades, all for their own fanatical reasons, because they're fanatics, right? That's what they are, the fanatics. And fanatics have a purpose, and this is to dress in gold. Is it Archimedes? It's all about the gold. Eureka and all that stuff. Everything he touched turned to gold. I can't believe they haven't seen me yet. I'm gonna say hello.
That's close enough. That's close enough.
I'm warning you, back off.
Right. Two of them. Two on two, are you ready?
Need something?
I do.
Fine. What? What?
It's gonna go blue for a second. A mod is doing that.
That it?
Ah.
Fine. What? What?
Alright. 2 on 2, let's do it.
Will do.
Never should have come here.
Ooh. One hit. One hit. One hit. Should give it a blast. Alright then. Let's see if we can outwit them in another way. Alright, so dark arrows. Let's see what we can do with the dark arrows for now. Even though they're quite rare, I like to do it without a crosshair. Right, I do. I normally do. You know what I'm going to? Take away so we lose our composure. Go blue. Ooh, one hit. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got this. So got this. This always happens. We get a Dark Souls moment. My name is Olaf, and I'm from the town of Whiterun. I was raised in Whiterun. I learned everything I needed to learn in Whiterun. On every Sabbath day, I'd turn and go to the church. From there I prayed to the 9 divines. To bless my kith and kin. And all the brothers and sisters of Skyrim. A true Nord puts family and his friends first. Puts combat, quality of a blade, and all materials second. Loyalty is thicker than coin. You can't beat a sweet roll. Worth every septon. A true Nord pays his due. He cracks on, gets the work done. There's just one thing you can't get enough of. It's having a laugh. Thank you for watching though. Are you still very shy? I've been blocked or something. Have you been blocked? And you're still watching? I've been shadow banned, but still watching. Get all shy. Enjoy the flag. Hope you enjoy my flag of Skyrim. You know, I bet like a critique could really explain this scene. How the flag represents freedom, and the trees and the path represents direction. A journey. That weather has been so murky all day. So murky. Wow. I had so much watch time in October. Whoa, look at that. In August, oh my god. October I did really well. Unbelievable. December has actually been my lowest time. I've actually had a vast decline there. Like, I had an increase in September and October. And it kind of like declines. It's like I've done like an arc. It's like a rainbow. I've done like a rainbow, you know, in terms of like I'm not gonna look at this as like the main deal, but at the end of the day, like it still is, I suppose. Oh man. I'm so glad that I found my colored pencils, and like I actually feel like really cool because I have got another set somewhere that is like been used, like the one I've used the most. It is here somewhere, so I know I've got 3 tins worth, which will last a long time. music's got that Minecraft vibe. It's gonna go blue. The sound of the flag. There's one thing that's beautiful about this flag. Is that they're very rare, the flags in Skyrim. It's quite a rare find, flags. Unless they're modded. Right. But if it's not modded, they're quite cool. One thing I learned about Skyrim is many viewpoints provides different stories. So, like, this is how good this game is, right? Like, you could look at that scene right now, and even though all that's blowing is a flag in the wind, you can imagine a story within that frame. You can imagine what's going on. Right, you can imagine that beyond those trees, you know there's Whiterun. You know that you walk down that path there, and you head east. Right, you head east from that mountain. There you go along these cliffs. You go beyond the trees. You head east. You know you're going to be in Whiterun, and you know that you might encounter some bandits, some wolves. You've got an idea, right? You know, you can visualize that, right? Even though you're unaware of where this location is, and you have no idea where it is, right? You can probably guess, right? And but you could still imagine a story in Skyrim about it. Like you could actually put your own playthrough in that scene, and you could actually put yourself as a creature or as a person in that scene, and you could walk beyond that scene, and you could create your own Skyrim from memory, from what you know it to be. Like, that's how good this game is. That is how good it is. If you did that with Rocket League and just aimed the car at a wall with a certain logo on it, it'll probably take you back to a moment that you met one of your best friends on there. But if it isn't as powerful as that, at the end of the day, it's just a barrier. You're looking at it from Rocket League's perspective, and even though Rocket League's a good game, you can't imagine the same scenario. You can only think of a game that you're bouncing a ball around. You can imagine that, but that is just a game. The barriers in that game are designed for acrobatics. The barriers in this game is to stop you from travelling. It's to impede your exploration. Like, even then, it even impedes my camera motive. The game automatically takes me out of my motive. It puts it in its own. It's like as if the game's alive. It's got its own heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? And the game, it's kind of like the barriers in Rocket League and the barriers in this do the same thing, only these barriers in Skyrim are more like enchanting. The more interesting, because you know that the barriers are there to keep you out of something worth exploring, and we are explorers by nature, and we want to explore. And what's good about this game is you can like create your own ideals and your own beliefs. That's what's so good about it. Like, you can actually follow a Daedra or a Divine, or you can follow like an in-between type belief system. You can join an undead clan. You can join fanatics. But I think that the only thing that's weird, that I thought was strange, and I can see why they created the Dawn Guard, is that when you were a vampire, other vampires attacked you. Like, they didn't speak to you, and they didn't relay to you the relation between the two of you. You know, like, oh, you're also a Dark One. Do you know what I mean? Like there was nothing like that. Chocolat. That's why I like this game. I can talk about it a lot. There's a lot to talk about in Skyrim. I've seen some of that AI footage though. Looks like an absolute abomination of mankind. And all that for one day as well. Unbelievable, right? Hey Nico. Oh, more like a sleepy one, mate. Hey man, you know you're always welcome to watch, and if not, you can always leave, man. You know, you can come and go as you please, Nico. Just remember, I always want first dibs of the products in Liberty City. First dibs. You know, I have a subscriber count of about just short of 800 people, and the people who watch my stuff watch it for me, man. No one cares about what game I play. They come to say hello to Ghost, man. Save it. Got an eyelash in my eye. It's been annoying me. About 5 minutes. I think I can go on though, I'm tired. I don't think I can go on, guys. Wow, some cool view there. Epic. Check out the stats of things. Let's have a look. Alright, so 89 locations we've walked to. Right? 16 dungeons cleared of what we've walked to. 40 days have passed. 226 of those hours have been slept. 159 of them waiting. 3 stones found. Over 10,000 gold found. 4 grand has been our maximum carry. Wow. 129 skill increases, wicked. 19 books read of skills. 78 units of food. No training. No training. Read normal books 69. Own 1 horse. No house. No souls invested in. 218 transactions. 2 persuasions. 1 bribe. No intimidations. Contracted 1 disease. Unusual. I've done a Daedric quest. Look at that, 204 people he's killed. Looks like it's all about the healing. Interesting. So when it says assaults, does that actually mean like in self-defense as well? Because there's been no crime with it. People have just claimed the assault. It doesn't mean it's actually been one, right? It just means that they've claimed it as one. And I've had 3 claimed trespasses. Those assaults have been on grounds of the law. I don't think they've been on grounds of us. I think that's stuff like done by companions. That's what I think. Cool, right? Cool. It's wicked. It's a flag. It's a flag. Oh, that's what makes our nations what they are. Well, I've got bed though. Let's have a look. It's like 12 o'clock, so it's been lovely. Thank you so much for watching this evening. I do appreciate all of you. Good night, God bless, and I'll see you guys again in the next stream, okay?